morning, everyone. My name is Janet Whiting and I'm the President of the NGV Council of Trustees here, and I'm delighted to welcome you here this morning for a very exciting announcement. Launching with the citywide exhibition Melbourne Now in 2013, millions of visitors, young and old, have since experienced an array of world premiere and Melbourne exclusive exhibitions at the NGV. Think Andy Warhol Ai Weiwei, think the fashion world of Jean-Paul Gaultier, and most recently the NGV Triennial. In 2021, we add to this incredible legacy of exhibitions with another groundbreaking Melbourne exclusive presentation featuring the work of one of the most recognisable names from the 20th century. But exhibitions like this that we're announcing today are magnets for cultural tourism. They attract visitors from across our regions and from interstate, enlivening not only our cultural institutions, but also our bars, restaurants, hotels, cafes and services. No more so than now, as we continue to recover from the pandemic and the challenges posed by its ongoing presence, has this ever been more important. Our creative industries are fundamental to our post-pandemic future and to our economic recovery. And through cultural tourism, it will aid our course towards our cultural and economic prosperity. But of course, the NGV's ambitious summer season is only achievable thanks to the generous support of the Victorian Government. Without such visionary cultural leadership by the Andrews Government and by our present Creative Industries Minister and his predecessors, none of this would be possible. It's now my great pleasure to welcome to the stage the Director of the NGV, Tony Elwood.
Thank you, Janet, and good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to have you here for this special announcement. The NGV summer season, as Janet has said, is only achievable thanks to the very generous support that we receive from the Victorian Government. We're very fortunate to have a Minister Pearson, who is incredibly passionate and dedicated, and his wider team, to everything that we're trying to do to enrich the cultural lives of Victorians and to create assets that really are nationally significant. So now it's my great pleasure to invite the Minister of Creative Industries, the Honourable Danny Pearson, up to the stage to announce this year's exciting summer exhibition. Please make him welcome.
Well, thank you, Tony. And I would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people as the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. And I pay my respect to their elders past and present, and to Aboriginal elders and representatives of other communities who may be here today. It is my absolute pleasure to be here to look ahead and announce the NGV's next blockbuster summer exhibition. It's an exhibition that celebrates Melbourne's reputation as the fashion capital. It also continues the NGV's great work to celebrate fashion and design alongside all the pivotal creative movements from across the ages. With nearly 9,000 works from around the globe, the NGV's fashion and textiles collection is one of the most magnificent in the Southern Hemisphere. The NGV has staged over 50 major fashion exhibitions, including the blockbuster The House of Dior exhibition, 200 Years of Australian Fashion, and Victor and Rolf Fashion Artists. This year's summer show is an exciting addition to this list, and it will showcase the work of one of the most influential figures in 20th century fashion. Now, it is my great pleasure to announce that this summer, the NGV will present the Melbourne exclusive exhibition, Gabrielle Chanel Fashion Manifesto. Well, doesn't it look exquisite? And on all days today being Bastille Day. It's 232 years ago today that the sans-culottes stormed the Bastille. to start the French Revolution. And so this is very much a case of Viva France, Viva Chanel, Viva Melbourne. Gabrielle Chanel Manifesto is the first exhibition in Australia to exclusively focus on the significant contribution renowned French designer Gabrielle Chanel made to 20th century fashion. This major exhibition will be presented by the NGV in partnership with the Palais Galliera, the major fashion museum of the city of Paris. It will feature designs from the Palais Galliera, from the House of Chanel's archives, as well as items from public museums and private collections from right around the world. Our Melbourne showing will also feature key pieces from the NGV's own collection. Altogether, this exhibition will showcase the impressive breadth of Gabrielle Chanel's work and legacy. And this exhibition is a major coup for Melbourne. It is a testament to the NGV's international standing that the team has secured such a significant creative event for our great state. This is sure to be another draw card for Victorians and visitors to our state. Now, we know that New South Wales is doing it tough right now, and we sincerely wish them the very best in getting on top of their COVID outbreak, as we know they will, and as Melbourne did. And when they do, we will welcome them with open arms, or perhaps just elbow bumps, to this brilliant exhibition here at the world-famous NGV. So, prepare to bust out your little black dress and get out the glad rags. A trip to the NGV is always on trend, and this summer the NGV will bring us yet another must-see show and an action-packed summer program for all the ages. It is now my pleasure to throw to a special video message from the NGV's exhibition partners. Thank you so very much.
We're thrilled to have this exhibition presented in Melbourne at the National Gallery of Victoria. We're thrilled that this exhibition has a longer life, a new life, presented to all the audiences in Australia.
It's an honor for us to be able to go and to present this exhibition in Melbourne at the National Gallery of Victoria. It's something quite amazing to be able to come and to present this exhibition about Mademoiselle Chanel, about Gabrielle Chanel.
This exhibition is the first retrospective to have ever dedicated to Chanel in Paris. We understood to what extent what she proposed was radical, to what extent this was meaningful for women at her own time and for women still today. This way of putting the woman at the center of her creation, prioritizing concepts like comfort, also the sophistication of her simplicity.
What we see during this exhibition is the development step by step of the creativity of Mademoiselle Chanel, her way to express her understanding of fashion. Gabrielle Chanel has a very modern posture in life. She was able to communicate the most important influencers of her time, and I think this posture is a lot about Chanel of today. Karl Lagerfeld, Virginie Viard have the same posture. Be able to communicate, to understand, to be inspired by the world of today.
The exhibition is a true success in Paris, and people are just thrilled to have the chance to rediscover, because I think this is what is happening in Paris. Is lots of people who were already attracted by Chanel's work are sort of themselves rediscovering the same way as we have done the work of this extraordinary woman, and understanding better why she's so important for 20th century fashion and why her work is so relevant still today, which was really the objective of the exhibition.
It's the first time ever that we can see this history, that we can understand this energy about the brand. And for us, it's an honor to be able to come to Melbourne and to present with the National Gallery of Victoria, with the Palais Galliera, such an exhibition.
I would like to sincerely thank Tony Elwood and Andrew Clark and Don Heron for their interest in the project, but also for their enthusiasm and their trust, and also to the curatorial team with whom we've worked hard to present this beautiful and wonderful selection of Chanel designs in Melbourne.
Thank you you very much to Bruno and to Mirren. Exhibitions of this size and scale are only achievable through the ongoing support of our partners, and I would like to acknowledge the support of the Victorian Government and Creative Victoria, as well as our presenting partner, Visit Victoria. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the generosity of our exclusive exhibition partners, Chanel, and Bruno Pavlovsky, President of Chanel Fashion and Chanel SAS. I'd also like to acknowledge Mirren Azulus, the Director of the Palais Galliera, who co-curated the Paris presentation alongside her colleague, Veronique Bellois, Head of Collections. Thanks to their incredible vision and research, audiences here in Melbourne will be offered a depth of insight that is unprecedented in this country. And Gabrielle Chanel is undoubtedly one of the most influential couturiers of the 20th century. Championing notions of restrained elegance, utility, and ease in dress, Gabrielle Chanel introduced a language of modernity into women's wardrobes that still resonates today. Traversing 9 thematic sections, Gabrielle Chanel Fashion Manifesto explores Chanel's groundbreaking design codes and aesthetic innovations and will feature over 100 garments. Following a loose chronology, the exhibition introduces audiences to Chanel's early career as a milliner and the ideas of relaxed elegance inspired by her time in the French seaside towns of Deauville and Biarritz. Opening her couture house in Paris at Rue Cambon in 1918, Chanel continued to refine her aesthetic throughout the 1920s and 30s. In sections highlighting the emergence of her new style, audiences will discover Chanel's emphasis on comfort and utility, as well as her appropriation of menswear, sportswear, and tailoring traditions to bring greater freedom of movement to women's dress. They'll also encounter her love of flowers, her pioneering use of black in evening wear, and popularisation of the little black dress as the ultimate symbol of modernity. Further sections will explore Chanel's expression of a new and austere idea of luxury, the sort of balance between material and form. Highlights include lace, tulle and embroidered gowns from what have been termed Chanel's romantic period. Further designs in this section demonstrate the fine beadwork and feathers, including the extraordinary red marabou feathered cape that you see on stage, which highlights some of the embellishment techniques employed by the couture house. This is made of red silk, velvet and feathers, and it's an early and very important Chanel cape, similar to a style of garment that Chanel featured in Vogue in the 1920s. Known though for her use of black, Chanel also favoured this rich shade of red, which was a colour she used from the 1920s onwards. And the NGV was extremely lucky to acquire this work because of the generous philanthropy and determination of Christina Campbell-Priddy, who joins us today, and we thank her very much for securing this for the NGV and for Melbourne. Though Chanel is to have said, before you leave the house, look in the mirror and take one thing off, the exhibition will also shine a light on the designer's love of adornment. In fact, there are over 80 pieces of jewellery featured in the exhibition. The jewels she designed to accessorise her clothing juxtapose sobriety with excess, while her radical pairing of precious gems with costume jewels indicate her irreverence for tradition. Audiences will also explore Chanel's use of accessories to create a full head-to-toe look, including the iconic quilted handbag and the two-tone shoe, which are as popular today as they were in the designer's lifetime. And of course, it would not be a Chanel exhibition without her iconic suits. Offering a counterpoint to the hourglass fashions that were revived during the 1950s, Chanel's suits spoke to ideas of freedom, movement, and style in the modern era. Demonstrating a harmony of form and proportion, Chanel's softly tailored suit quickly established itself as the embodiment of sophistication and was embraced by the likes of First Lady Jackie Kennedy. And finally, forming a glamorous climax to the exhibition will be a display of suits, evening wear and cocktail dresses in Chanel's hallmark colours, white, gold, red and black. Combined, these designs offer a show-stopping reminder of Gabrielle Chanel's design codes that continue to resonate today. This exhibition will also be complemented by a range of public programs, including talks, workshops and events. NGV Friday nights will also enliven the NGV garden late into the evenings. The opening will also coincide with the NGV Gala. For those who don't know, it's a fabulous black tie event of fine food, wine, art and music. Inaugurated in 2017, the NGV Gala has quickly established itself as the premier event on Melbourne's cultural calendar. And I'd like to acknowledge major partner David Jones for their support of both NGV Friday nights and the NGV Gala, and NGV Friday nights event partner Yearing Station. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank our other supporters of the NGV Gala, including our destination partner Visit Victoria, our leading partner Chanel, major partners Mercedes-Benz and Vogue Australia, and our supporter Yearing Station. Tickets to the NGV Gala are on sale from today. This exhibition, though, is the result of the NGV's long-standing relationship with the Paris Musées and its 14 museums, including the Palais Galliera. Our two institutions have long had a desire to collaborate on a project together, but it was only after the executive director of the Paris Musées, the late Delphine Levy, visited the NGV in 2018 that the project gained momentum. Delphine was so taken by the calibre of the NGV's fashion and textiles collection that the Palais Galliera became the natural fit for a future partnership. And I'd like to take the opportunity to acknowledge the commitment that Delphine showed. I'd also like to especially acknowledge the generous support received from our philanthropic community, whose contributions have enabled us to enrich our collection of fashion and textiles. We're very proud to be able to include a selection of our own Chanel holdings in this remarkable exhibition, including 3 works gifted by one of our most passionate supporters, a true champion of fashion and textiles, Christina Campbell-Priddy, as well as 2 ensembles gifted by Angela Wood from the wardrobe of her mother, Mavis Powell. This exhibition will no doubt prove true one of Chanel's most famous quotes: "Fashion fades, only style remains the same." The NGV media team will be on hand to facilitate any interviews or photography requests. You're also welcome to continue enjoying our hospitality in the adjoining gallery, but thank you all very much for your attendance this morning, and thank you for getting out there and promoting what a wonderful summer we're going to have here at the NGV. Thank you.